Well, tonight, a lot of questions about Chinese espionage against the United States and why it's being tolerated by our national security organizations. My next guest led a hearing on funding for the FBI, and today asked FBI Director Robert Mueller about China's intensifying espionage against the United States.
Certainly they're targets, yes, and it is a significant threat. If anything, I would say the threat is more substantial than perhaps it was 10, 15 years ago.
Joining us now is the man at the forefront of the NASA espionage investigation, Congressman Frank Wolf, member of the House Committee on Appropriations, chairman of the Subcommittee on Commerce, Justice, and Science. And Congressman, I just want to say thanks for being here.
Sure, glad to be with you.
I want to first get a sense of where we are in the investigation, the FBI. How soon do you expect they will be revealing the contents of all the data storage and devices that Zhang had with him as he tried to leave the country for China?
Well, he's in prison, he's in jail, and we've asked the FBI as soon as they gather the information to come up and brief us. This should be within the next couple of days.
And we listened to FBI Director Mueller talk about how serious the problem has become. Yet I have the strange feeling that if we didn't have your voice on this right now, there wouldn't be a discussion of what is happening at NASA. Its various science centers, our national laboratories, and the full breadth of what is Chinese spying efforts of all sorts in this country, not just simply cyber spying, but 3,500 front companies. I mean, this is a major threat against this country.
It is a major threat. Every major American company has been hit with a cyber attack. Every one. I've seen the list. They've hit universities. They've hit foundations downtown. They've hit major law firms. They hit my computer. They took everything off of my computer a few years ago. People have been reluctant to speak out about it. And what is so shocking, and it makes me angry, the American taxpayer funded this guy. This Chinese spy, to spy against us. He had over a $200,000 grant. We were paying for him just to spy against us. And there are no Americans working in China on any of their People's Liberation Army, their space program. The People's Liberation Army that basically runs their space program, they were the ones that opened up fire in Tiananmen that killed all those human rights activists. They are the ones that really have been aiding the Bashir government in Sudan, the genocidal government. And so this administration has to be very aggressive. Now, the Attorney General, I think, has been weak, but the FBI has been very good. DHS has been very good, and so I want to congratulate. And also I want to say, most of this information was brought to us by career people in NASA. They brought it forth. This is not only at the Langley Center, there's also this taking place perhaps out of the Ames Center out there in California.
Yeah, and the West Coast facility, the Ames NASA facility, Science Center as well. Address, if you will, the Obama administration program that literally hundreds of Chinese nationals are gaining access to some of our most sensitive and advanced technology and data.
They are, and some of the information given to me as to where his office was and what was available to him. And keep in mind, he's already taken one laptop, one computer back to China. They already have a lot of the information. Much of the gain that China has made in space has come from their stealing. Much of their economic gain has come from stealing. And it's not only, Lou, a national security issue, it is an issue of jobs. As we create a job, they're taking a job out of the bottom and stealing it. But they're basically stealing, and these are fundamentally people who do not wish America well.
Yeah, now, Bo Zhang, in his instance, he was representative of a well, he's hardly alone in this effort to spy, to carry out espionage against the United States. But there are some estimated, some 200 Chinese nationals who may not have security clearances in and of themselves, not hired by NASA directly, but are, frankly, are here as a result of outsourcing. That is, they have subcontractors that they bring in to work at NASA. This is
you're right.
So,
Well, we're gonna get to the bottom of it. We've given the NASA Langley people the name of 26 other Chinese names. We've given their names, the dates they were employed, and asking them to look at them. And tomorrow at 2 o'clock, the administrator at NASA comes up and we're asking them, what are you going to do about it? We have asked them to bring in an outside group, bring in former Attorney General Thornburg, who was the Attorney General of the United States, do a major investigation, bring in the National Academy of Public Administration to see how they reform it. But they're going to have to reform it. This is a danger to the country, and also they're stealing jobs from America. The administration always talks about, we want to create jobs. We hate to see what the unemployment rate is. They're taking our jobs. And so we're going to stay with it, and we're going to really press the administrator to really say, what are you going to do about it?
well, Congressman Wolf, you are involved in so many issues, an extraordinarily active congressman who is highly effective. And Congressman, we are delighted that you take time to be with us here to discuss what is happening. Come back soon as you pursue this critically important task. Thanks so much.
Thank you, though. Okay, thank you.
ICE Director John Morton.